Good morning, it's Ross Boundy here, Psychic Medium. Another gorgeous day ahead, and listening to, there's a few more cars on the road, so things might be just relaxing a little on in the minds of some who are getting back to some activities. Now, do let others know that I'm live. Just a reminder to those who may be on the mytimetv.live or the Hypnosis Plus with Roz page. That's where I cross-posted to. There should be the links there. If you're on a desktop, there should be the links in the description above to come over to the Roz Boundy page. Make sure you're there to have me be able to see your comments in my studio too for the Be Live, and then I can put them up on the screen. So that's why. I mean, it's just, I love to see that you're here, and that oh, sorry, I forgot to turn off some notifications. But it's lovely to see that you're here. I like the interactivity of what Be Live can offer in the way that it does put up the comments, like this one here. I mean, that's what it does. So comments from the Facebook Live post appear here, but only if you're in the Roz Boundy page for this live stream. Now, I'm going to get straight into the reading. Just a reminder too that it is just a general reading only. It's not something that's specific to, to any situation or otherwise. I shuffle them so that it's my energy in it, and it's sort of more bent towards my own reading energies, etc., as far as what my day is going to present. But I do read them in a way that it's going to also be relevant for you, because every reading, even when you read the really popular, watch the really popular live streams that are done by the international psychic mediums and those types of shows and sessions, Leanne Winston, psychic medium as well. I mean, it's all just for general readings. It's not something that's going to be specific to you at that time when you get have the happy chance of having your card read or your energies read, your mediumship done. But in general, this is for the public audience. Everybody can get something from every single card that's pulled or the reading that's shared with others. It's just being aware of what it might mean in relevance to you. So good morning, Karina. How are you? Lovely to see you here. Oh, yes, Caitlin. Oh, you're looking forward to something today? Something special? Be lovely. Well, so far it's a beautiful day here. It's got the sun shining and everything. Hi, Sarah. Sarah. Good morning, Carol, as well. I do like those little flowers. And good morning to you too, Belinda. And just as I'd mentioned, this isn't where we do the individualised readings and the rest. It's just a general one. Oh, thanks, Kate. And that's wonderful. Now, I'll switch it round and we'll get into the reading. So just the final reminder, I still haven't been able to, I don't know what lucky chance I had the other day of having crystal clear, crisp camera work and focus, but it hadn't come back. It could be the number of people that are online. It could be anything. Who knows at the moment. So what I'm reading from is the Sarah Marchetti's designed artwork, and it's Gilded Reverie Lenormand. It's a Lenormand deck, not a tarot, and it's also the expanded edition. So that's why I left that there, so you can see that. And oops, did I bump that? Oopsie. What we have is the 5-card spread as per usual. Oh, whoops, I forgot to turn off the scroller too. That's the website for the personalised reading. So when you do feel that you need to actually have a personalised, detailed reading, they're half hour or an hour. That's the site that you'd actually go to. So what am I doing? I'm dancing. It's almost like I'm dancing, isn't it? What I've got is the 5-card spread, which is what I've been doing for yonks. So here we've got the work energy in the Tower card. We've got the star is the home energies. What we've got up the top here, which we can't see at the moment, it is the child card in the unexpected. We've got the dog in your role, that card, and we've got the young man in the outcome. So that's pretty much the final card that we read. Hi. Oh, from California. Hi, C. Good to see you here. Be your evening, wouldn't it? Um, what we've got in the tower, in the workspace, is pretty much building up what is our empire, I suppose. In that space, there could be some things to do with government and that at the moment as well. So probably expecting some type of formalised thing from an organisation, because towers can be that type of structure in what we have experience of in our normal, day to day living. But in this one, it is the work energy, right? So if you're going into a job, it could be that you're having to deal with something that's going to be more along the line of an organisation, the government, or some form of um, the company, corporation, that type of thing. So I'm feeling it's more just relaxing into that. And if you're working from home or work for yourself, self-employed or business, you own your own business and you're working within your own business and that type of thing. I'm feeling it is actually more to do with allowing those foundations to be built. I'm actually feeling, look, there's just enough, like this tower, the structure there, that turret, or because it does sort of look like a castle, doesn't it? Just gradually building up. So make sure that what you're doing that from is on a good foundation, and that will be the long term, long lasting type of a structure. That's what I'm feeling like, because there is so many who are needing to find the alternatives to actually working as paid jobs because they've been put off, or the work's not there at the moment, and needing to find different ways of gaining an income and working. So I'm still feeling, look, don't rush into it. It just feels to me like it really needs to be something that you take a little bit of time in creating that base first and then grow it. But also not to dilly dally too long, or else you'll lose the opportunity too, which is where from the star in the home space, this is the star card. I do feel that it is still follow those dreams, just following that thing from, for those who are needing to find alternatives and begin a form of work from home. Um, so going into that space of, dreaming your dreams. The star is a bit about dreams. And I've got the hello here from C. Thank you for responding to that. And Caitlin, yes, you find out when you go to the bank, fill in the paperwork for you. Oh, that's what the good day's for, is a new car. Find out when you can pick it up. Oh, how exciting. That would be wonderful, having a new car. Be fantastic. So that would be part of what you've had dreams dreams around too, I would say, quite definitely. I think in the home space too, it really is just having a step back and having a look at what sorts of things that you're actually needing to move on, so that it makes room for the new, for those other little bits and pieces of dreams, because we don't have just one dream. We do tend to have our desire, what we are wanting to follow up and have those sparks of inspiration. There's usually more than one or two or three, like the stars in the sky sometimes, but narrow it down so there's only the focus being on the one, and allow your stars, even if you don't do astrology or anything. What we've got here in the background is the zodiac wheel, and it really is the indication that most things will happen in the right time, in the right way, perfect timing, because it's in the stars. Just thought I'd put that out there for you to clarify that. Um, it will happen in its right time when you're doing those sorts of plans. What we've got here is the child in the unexpected. And like the storybook, that this is, it's an open book. It's something that has all of those dreams in front of this child and all the possibilities. And I think connecting that with the stars, this will pop it up unexpectedly. So there'll be some childlike thoughts, or there will actually be a child pop up in your day that shows you so many, just the lesson of amazement, of excitement, of the, and Caitlin, you'll have that, won't you, today? And the just that, it just feels so lovely, doesn't it? Seeing the beautiful wonderment on children's faces when they're focusing and they're really concentrating on what they're doing because it's so intriguing. It catches their mind and they're really, if you talk to them, they won't respond because they're so into what they're doing. And that, for me, is what that wonderment is in many ways. It's, pick something and then go with it with this star, connecting that. And I don't know if I've got that right. I'm just going to try and move that back because my camera is a bit dodgy. I must have bumped it one too many times yesterday and it's gone loose. Because I do leave it sitting here. It's in the structure of how my office is at the moment. What we've got here is the dog and how faithful, how loving. You look at those eyes and it's just how patient. It's just waiting there with its talking of dogs. Guess who just walked into the room? I've got both of them. My door obviously did not latch properly. I actually did. You'll probably hear the tail wag in a minute. You'll probably hear them in a sec. I did shut them out because, unfortunately, when someone walks past on the road, they tend to bark and not stop, and it gets very raucous. So, but they are both so beautiful, and they've been waiting for me to take them for a walk for a couple of days, and I've not done that. I can tend to get concentrating myself like that child. I'll get focused in on doing something and get distracted and go down the rabbit hole with something that, I shouldn't. Like, we used to have mini fox terriers with my ex-husband and I, and beautiful, beautiful dogs, but you go walking for them and as soon as they see a rabbit, they'd chase it and they'd go down the hole. We have had to dig them out a couple of times. It's just one of those things. Dogs are just so beautiful in their characters. Most of them are. Yeah, the ones that I've had have been anyway. And they're just waiting so patiently. So your role is that's telling me as well, that patience factor. So, still having that focus, bringing the focus to one or two of what you desire in the home space as far as your choices or decisions, being patient with that and still holding that wonderment that the child does or children have. It really is the love that we can share too, as far as children in their innocence and so beautiful, and dogs in their loving loyalties. It's gorgeous. And then we've got the man in the outcome. It's that strength of the male energy, and as you're seeing here, you've got the rose there, and it almost does look like a romantic pose of contemplation. I'm wondering where's his love, where it's almost that patience there as well. So I'm sort of sensing that in this reading this morning, we are having some form of call to some patience. And hello, Kathy, how are you? Good to see you here. Beautiful photo that you've got there, or icon. What do you call them? Are they avatars? Anyway, it's that patience that's there. It just feels to me like there's some patience, there's some expectation, there's the, for the child, excitement, for the man, it's reflection almost, and it is a patience with a dog. I mean, I like this column, this part of the cross in the reading. It's really take a breath and sit back, have some patience. It will all develop, but in that meantime, while waiting for things to pass, and is it feeling like that this virus, the process of what's happening and what has happened, what is happening, what is going to come, it is on the move. It is actually going to be moving. Well, it is going to be moving through because it has. It'll go through what process it needs to. So having that patience and, as far as that star being present in our home space, what is the most important thing for us? I think a lot of us have actually, excuse me, you're well, that's good, Kathy. I I think a lot of us are feeling that through this whole process of what's started as, what looked like a flu bug that's developed into this COVID-19, for those who have passed on with it and all that, that it's horrendous, yes, but it's not something that we initially first expected. But also in what the process is, it's having that patience and knowing that it will still pass through, and that is already passing through, and that maybe we might have hit that crest, but it's going to continue on and pass through to whatever that future is going to bring, and possibly why there is that contemplation with the young man there, that energy there. It's almost, um, you sit and wait, and we need to think of those sorts of things that are going to need to be done once all this is through. What is the process? None of us knows that yet. No, none of us really know what that is going to mean for each and every one of us. And it's not about worrying about what's ahead for our future. I think it's about letting us know that, having that confidence and trust and faith in ourselves, that once we're past and through this, that yes, it'll be a new way of living. And there is some excitement around that in some respects, because we have found out really what can be most important to us. And that's where I feel with the star, as far as the home. I think many of us are actually realizing that it is the home that is the most important part of our lives. It is the family that's the most important part of our lives. And actually, really moving into that love energy. So as you're looking at these cards yourself, move into that heart space, put yourself there into that Zen space. Take some time to meditate, even with your eyes closed, and just think on those cards. Let the thoughts pass through. And when you open your eyes again, have that visual of that, the photo, take a screenshot or whatever. The photo is on my profile page as well. Um, and see where your eye goes, what it actually is pointing to that shoots, not shoots, that's not the right word, that, sparks up into your eye's sight as the first spot that you're looking at in those 5 cards, and take that as your message for the day. I'm going to leave it there, and thank you very much for being here. And for those who have been watching on my Hypnosis Plus with Roz and the mytimetv.live spot pages, good morning, Shaz. How are you? Did you have a sleep in? Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching, and we'll be here. Well, that sounds like a royal we, but I do have the 2 dogs here somewhere. They're probably waiting for their breakfast. I haven't got them fed yet. So, the other one must be in the lounge room. I've got peanuts at my feet here. So we'll see you tomorrow morning at the 8 o'clock, and just continue to be the best person you can be in all ways that you can. And namaste. We'll see you tomorrow.